Nous pouvons continuer notre assemblée générale. Now, Madam can go with the floor.
Okay, we are going to proceed with the roll call. So we start with Burundi. Okay, he has showed hands. You can press your microphone and say present, or if you prefer to put up your hand, it's also fine. Djibouti? Eritrea? Present. Ethiopia? Present. Kenya? Present. Rwanda?
Present.
Present. Somalia? Present. South Sudan?
Present.
Sudan? Present. Tanzania? Present. Uganda? Present. I can confirm that the General Assembly has met the quorum with 11 member associations present in accordance with our the CECAFA statutes. So we are
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, is Zanzibar also supposed to be here?
Okay, as an associate member, Zanzibar. Thank you. Okay, we are going to proceed to the next item on our agenda. Item F, the verification that the notification and composition of the elective General Assembly comply with the statutes. And I'm going to update the members. Under this agenda item, the Secretariat formally places on record the verification that the notification and composition of the Ordinary Elective Assembly comply fully with the statutes of CECAFA, in particular Articles 12 and 13. On 8th of December 2025, during the CECAFA Executive Committee meeting in Uganda, the meeting agreed to host the Ordinary Elective General Assembly in Djibouti, and together with the host country, on 15th of December, the final date of the Ordinary Elective General Assembly was agreed as Saturday, the 7th of February 2026. On Tuesday, the 23rd of December 2025, the official notification of the CECAFA Ordinary Elective General Assembly was issued and sent to all the 11 CECAFA member associations 46 days prior to the assembly, in compliance with Article 12(6) of the CECAFA statutes. On Friday, 2nd of February 2026, the Secretariat issued the call for nominations and also circulated the electoral circular, including the electoral guidelines. The deadline for submission of nominations was Sunday, the 18th January 2026 at 5 p.m. This was 20 days before this assembly, in compliance with Article 13(4). No nominations were received after this deadline. On Tuesday, 20th of January 2026, the summary of the notifications received was shared with all the member associations according to the statutes. On Wednesday, 21st of January 2026, the convocation, agenda, and the provisional list was shared 17 days before the assembly, in line with Article 12, 7, and 8 of the statutes. The General Assembly has been composed in accordance with Article 12, 3, and 5 of the CECAFA statutes. Therefore, accordingly, the Secretariat confirms that the Ordinary Elective Assembly is validly convened and properly constituted, and the Assembly may lawfully proceed with its business. Okay, President, with your permission, we will proceed to item G, the designation of 2 members responsible for verifying the official minutes. And as we go on there, I would like to inform the members, you have 3 cards in front of you. One is yes, another one is to abstain, and the other one says no. So you should have that on your table. Okay, the designation of the 2 members responsible for verifying the official minutes, the Secretariat proposes Rwanda and South Sudan. Any objections? Or do we agree? You can show by the card. Okay, it's okay. So we move to the next agenda item. Which is H, appointment of the scrutineers. Again, the Secretariat proposes Somalia and Djibouti. If we agree, we can show. Okay. So item I, suspension of a member if applicable. We don't have any members that is under this, so we shall proceed to the next item, J, which is confirmation and adoption of the minutes of the CECAFA General Assembly held at Imperial Plaza Hotel in South Sudan on Wednesday. There is no member that has been suspended.
Allow me to, I have the statutes of CECAFA with me here. Allow me to refer you to Article 6, that is obligation of members, and one of them is to participate in competitions organized by the zone. And from there I also refer you to Article 7, subsection 7. This reads, I will read it verbatim, that this one is about it says General Assembly has power. Okay. Article 7 says that members who do not participate in at least one official competition in the zone for 2 consecutive years shall be deprived of their right to vote at the General Assembly, and their representatives in the zone shall be suspended. This article shows that any member, if a member does not participate for 2 consecutive years, then automatically
Merci beaucoup. Je pense que jusqu'à nos jours, nous n'avons aucun membre qui a été suspendu ou qui a été, à ma connaissance, non interprétant. Please, help him. Je disais que je pense que, à ma connaissance, jusqu'à aujourd'hui, tous les membres de la CECAFA sont en ordre. Aucune fédération ou aucun membre n'a été suspendu jusqu'à aujourd'hui.
To be specific, Uganda has participated in all competitions. And on record, the Eritrea has not participated in any competition organized by the zone in the last 2 consecutive years within the zone. That's the knowledge which to the best of my knowledge.
Okay, thank you so much. I would like to inform the Assembly that per the statutes, this motion cannot be brought during the General Assembly. Article 12.9, read Article 12.9 of the statutes. This motion cannot be brought during the General Assembly.
Thank you, President, General Secretary, and members. I think what we are doing is an illegality. It is the duty of the Executive Committee of CECAFA, within your sitting as the Executive, to observe the obligations such that you come to this General Assembly to propose to this General Assembly to suspend a member or not, because you are the one in charge of the activities. It is not a duty of the membership to observe. It should have been your duty, and your failure on your duty cannot circumvent the law. So we cannot come here and say it is supposed to be raised under another article. It's the duty of the executive committee. As a matter of fact, Eritrea has not participated in zone competitions in the last 2 years. The only way we can go around it is by proving that they have. There is no another shortcut of going around it using the regulations. And as Uganda, we submit that we cannot continue with this illegality. We challenge it because the regulations, the statutes are very clear.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Je pense que vous pouvez être plus précis. Vous voulez parler de quelle association membre qui n'a pas participé dans aucune compétition dans ces 2 années? Parce que il y a un peu de confusion. Which member association who didn't participate to any competition? J'étais là, moi, personnellement. Je me souviens même là, l'équipe d'Érythrée a joué contre c'est Kampala Queen, quelque chose comme ça. Donc, au moins, l'Érythrée a participé au moins une compétition dans ces 2 années. Nous pouvons continuer?
Okay. Again, I would like to remind the members, according to Article 12.9 of the CECAFA statutes, and I insist, I'll read it out loud for everybody so that we can understand. Sent in writing to the executive management of the zone at least 20 days before the date scheduled for the General Assembly. These proposals must be accompanied by the summary but precise explanation of the reason. I hope this is clear to all the member associations. Okay, we shall proceed. Okay, item J, confirmation and adoption of the minutes of the CECAFA General Assembly held at Imperial Plaza Hotel in South Sudan on Wednesday, 22nd January 2025. These were circulated per the statutes, and we did not receive any objections as the Secretariat. So we would like to ask if the members confirm and adopt the minutes. If you can show your cards. Okay, thank you. We have the majority. We shall move on to the next agenda item. Approval of CECAFA financial statements. And to this, I'm going to invite the chairman for the Finance Committee, President Paulus.
Micro, s'il vous plaît.
Okay, good morning. Now I'm going to present the financial report for the year of 2025 and 6 months of 2026. And this is categorized into 4. The first one is tournament income. 2025, 12 months, 2,638,801. And 2024, 6 months, 1,001,859. This is the income disbursed. The annual subscriptions in the year 2025 is 55,000, and 6 months of 2024 is 16,000. Total income for the year of 2025 is 2,693,801, and for 6 months of 2024 it is 1,018,359. When we come to the expenses, the tournament expenses for the year of 2025 is 2,349,358. For the 6 months of 2024 is 343,912. Administration expenses is 429,565 for the year of 2025 and 197,060 for the year of 2024. For the meeting and conferences, expense is 121,998 for the year of 2025 and 186,093 is for the 6 months of 2024. So in all, the total expenses for the year of 2025 is 2,900,921, and for the year of 2024, minus for 6 months, it is 727,065. When it comes to the subscriptions, outstanding subscriptions for the year of 2025 is 104,500, and for the 6 months of 2024 is 42,000. So collected subscriptions are only 7,500 for 6 months of 2024. So in 2025, member subscriptions were reviewed upwarded to USD 5,000 per year. Outstanding amounts due from CAF for tournaments is 289,471 for the year of 2025, minus for 12 months, and 471,672 for the 6 months of 2024. Payable to Eritrean National Football Federation, which is already done anyway. In 2025, 250,000, and in 2024, 242,000, and this is already agreed by FIFA and the CAF, and it is already resolved. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we shall ask the floor again. If you approve, you can show your card. Thank you so much.
Is there a question before approving?
Okay, thank you. So
I was
we-
asking, is there, Rwanda here is asking. It's a question. A motion to a question, is it possible to ask a question before we move to approve?
À l'aise.
Okay, so it's just a matter of figures. And requesting maybe the finance or the secretariat to give a reason. When you look our financials on receivables for the 2 consecutive years, there's a dues from CAF. If you combine 2024 and 2025, it's close to $700,000. My question is simple. Is this supposed to be paid before the closing of the year? That means before 31st of December, or it has to be taken forward for the next year? If the reason of the dues is to be paid before 31st of December, there is any reason why CAF doesn't send this money? So it's just a question for clarity.
Okay, I'm gonna ask my finance manager. Can you please give an answer? You can get a microphone.
Hello. Good morning, Mr. President. For all the dues from CAF, the payments are supposed to be done after the tournaments. Once we've done the accountability report, CAF sends the funds, and then we send back to the member association. But they're always carried forward. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I would also like to clarify that we are working on it. We are working on it, and it will be resolved before the financial year ends. Is that okay? Thank you. Okay, so we are going to proceed to the auditor's report. So if I can invite the CECAFA auditor.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, the Secretariat. So I would directly to report the figures, the financial statement that have been presented by the Chair of the Finance.
The microphone.
Thank you. So through the president, the executive committee, I'll go through the auditor's report, which will be a bit brief. So I'll highlight on our opinion, based on the figures that have been reviewed and also have been presented by the chairperson of the finance committee. So for the financial year ending 30th June 2025, we have managed to review those figures and also we have managed to form our opinion. And at the page number 4 of the financial statement, we have highlighted our opinion. So we are saying that we have managed to audit the association financial statements for CECAFA, which has been set out at the page number 6 to 14, as they comprise of the financial position as of 30th June 2025, the statement of income and expenditure, and the statement of fund balances for the period then ended. Any summary of the significant accounting policies and other explanatory information has been included in this financial statement. So in our opinion, as the independent auditors of CECAFA, we are saying that the association financial statement give true and fair view of the financial position of CECAFA as of that is June 2025, and of its financial performance, its cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with the international financial reporting standards, which we call them IFRS, and also the financial rules and regulation of CAF. The basis of our opinion is that we have conducted our audit in accordance with the international auditing standards, which we call them ESAs, and we highlight our responsibility under those standards that has been described under the auditor's responsibility, which I will briefly take you through it. So any other information, we also need to confirm our independence as the auditors of CECAFA, where we are saying that we are independent of the association in accordance with the International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants Code of Ethics and for Professional Accountants, which we call EASBA Code, together with the ethical requirements that are relevant to audit of this financial statement. So any other information, we say that the Secretariat were supposed to, they are the ones responsible for any other information on this financial statement, and our opinion on this financial statement does not cover the other information, and we do not express any form of assurance, conclusion there alone in regard to any other information that might not have been included or might be included in this financial statement, apart from the auditor's report and also the figures that have already been discussed. In terms of the Secretariat responsibility for this financial statement, as required by the reporting standards, we are supposed to highlight them here, which we are saying the Secretariat is responsible for preparation and fairly presenting this financial statement in accordance with the international financial reporting standards and the financial rules and regulations of CAF. So the Secretariat, in terms of this financial statement, has daily responsibilities, which are: 1, to design, implement, and maintain internal controls that are relevant to the preparation and the fair presentation of these financial statements. And also number 2, to select and apply all the appropriate accounting policies. And number 3, to make accounting estimates and judgments that are reasonable in the circumstances as we are preparing these financial statements. So those are the responsibilities of the Secretariat. In terms of our responsibility as the independent auditors of CECAFA, we have 5 responsibilities, which is: 1, to identify, assess the risk of material misstatement of the financial statement, whether due to fraud or error, design and perform audit procedures responsive to those risks, and obtain audit evidence that is sufficient and appropriate to provide our basis for opinion. Number 2, we are supposed to obtain an understanding of the internal controls relevant to the audit in order to design audit procedures that are appropriate and in the circumstances, but not for the purpose of expressing an opinion on the effectiveness of these internal controls. So we are supposed to form an opinion on this, on the figures, on the transactions, not the internal controls. Number 3, we are supposed to evaluate the appropriateness of the accounting policies used and the reasonableness of accounting estimates that related to disclosures made by the directors in regards to these financial statements. Then we are also supposed to conclude on the appropriateness of the director's use of the going concern basis of accounting based on the audit evidence obtained, whether material uncertainty exists related to events or conditions that may cast significant doubt on the ability to continue as a going concern of the association. And if we conclude that the material uncertainty cost significant exist, we are required to draw attention to, in our auditor's report, to the related disclosures in the financial statement of such disclosures are inadequate and to modify our opinion. Our conclusion are based on audit evidence obtained up to the date of the auditor. However, future events or conditions may cause the association to cease or to continue as a going concern. So based on our audit procedure that we performed and all those confirmations that we did, we confirmed the association because it has been funded by CAF. It has still, we consider only 12 months, so it is still a going concern. Number 5, we are supposed to evaluate the overall presentation, structure, and content of the financial statement, including the disclosures, and whether the financial statement represent the underlying transaction at the events in a manner that achieves a fair presentation. So those are main responsibilities in accordance with the international reporting standards and also in accordance with the international standards on auditing. And based on that, we communicate with the directors regarding, among other, here when I say directors, I mean those charged with the governance, which is the secretariat per se, among other matters among the planned scope and timing of the audit and the significant audit findings, including any significant deficiencies in terms of internal controls that we identified during our audit. So that is our auditor's report, and we mentioned that the engagement partner responsible for this audit is CPA Minor, practicing number 2886. So back to you, President, Committee. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So we proceed to agenda item M, and that is the presentation and approval of 2026 annual budget. And I will ask the chairman of the Finance Committee, President Paulos.
Okay, so the second one is the budget for 2025 and 2026. It looks like this one. Permanent staff salaries, 163,200. Consumable, 1,892. Travel, 43,640. Cell phone costs, 229,400. Allowances, 24,000. Accommodation, 20,000. Office admin, staff medical cover, 18,775. Photography, 12,000. Consultancy, 16,430. Professional fees, 10,000. Media cost, 9,000. Career in flights, 8,240. Press conferences, 7,200. Rental, 700. Bank charges in general, 6,986. Building or office maintenance, 5,100. Furniture and fittings, 5,000. Audit, 5,000. Marketing, 5,000. First aid, 3,500. Medical protocols, 3,500. Printing, 3,400. Entertainment, 3,000. Refreshment and meals, 3,000. Promotion materials, 3,000. Security system maintenance, 2,600. General insurance, 2,500. Data line cost, 2,400. Protective gear, 1,600. Office admin clearing, 1,417. Office admin water, 850. Office admin electricity, 850. Uniforms and suits, 5,000. Supplier debt, 58,100. All in all, the budget request, which needs an approval, is 486,280. So this one needs an approval. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, President. So that was the presentation and approval of the 2026 annual budget. Again, I'm going to ask the member associations if you agree and approve, if you can show your cards. Okay, Randa, you have a question?
Yes. Okay. If I just a question again for clarity. When you do a projection of budget, you have to consider what we expect as an income for the year 2026. I don't know if this budget is based on a previous assumption or if it's based on reality. I'm the figures man, so for me, having a CECAFA as the biggest zone, approve a budget of less than $500,000, I will require to push more aggressively to make sure we get more money than this. But that's the question. Is this an assumption budget or realistic, or we are fear to put a bigger vision in terms of developing our football? If we need to develop our football in the CECAFA region, for me this budget is too small. So let's think about 2026, how to double or triple this budget in order to have good operation and management. But so far, the question of expected revenue from CAF, I don't see it here. Any future revenue in terms of competitions, or these are separate items in the budget? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So if I can explain, the USD 750 from CAF has received, it's the CAF impact funds, and it's part of the operational funds that has been communicated at the CAF General Assembly.
La République de Djibouti accueillera le 7 février 2026 un événement majeur du football africain, l'Assemblée générale de la CECAFA. Cette organisation régionale qui regroupe 12 pays africains a choisi...
Okay, so we shall move on. The DJ. Okay.
Hello? My question is about the annual subscription. We have to be serious. Maybe I want to set a resolution today. What the action for those who have outstanding This was our cry always about subscription. And if you see here, the list of subscription is only 2 countries, 2 members, which have no outstanding. But always we are discussing about this issue, we are not taking it serious. Now we have to take it serious and to have to do a deadline for the members to pay their subscription.
Okay, you're very right with that. CECAFA administration will take the lead in ensuring that the subscriptions are collected. We will disclose the amounts that are due by the MS, and we've already shared with the members. So the CECAFA administration will take the lead in ensuring that the subscriptions are collected. Yes, please.
For me, that is our always that we will take serious. Maybe I want CAF to assist us. We will send the 2 minutes request, a letter and the agreement which signed for all members that this amount should be deducted in our funds from CAF for each federation. Therefore, I think you have to send again the letter with the resolution so that maybe CAF will deduct it direct there. Otherwise, always when we meet here, we'll discuss that we can take serious, but no one is taking it serious.
Okay, we shall explore this option with CAF. Thank you. So we shall proceed to the next agenda item. Item N, consideration of proposals to amend the statutes. As per our CECAFA statutes, we didn't receive any proposals, so that means we shall proceed to the next item. I would like to ask the floor that we start with I would like to ask the members that we present the item on S first before we proceed with item O. So we shall go on our agenda, which has other reports S. So we shall do the presentation of the CECAFA activity report of the year 2025 before we proceed to item O. Thank you.
"2025 was a year when CECAFA football didn't just move, it surged forward with purpose. The momentum kicked off in January in Juba, South Sudan, where the CECAFA annual general meeting set the pace and intent for a year driven by unity, collaboration, and shared progress across the region. Before the dust even settled, the spotlight swung firmly to women's football. Tanzania hosted the inaugural CAF Under-17 Girls Integrated Football Tournament Gift, giving young talents a platform to showcase their skills and gain experience at a higher level. JKT Queens were crowned champions after edging compatriots TDS Girls 2-1, with Winfrida Gerald delivering a match-winning brace. June kept the momentum and purpose alive as the Senior Women Challenge Cup took center stage. The tournament celebrated quality, competitiveness, and the growing power of women's football across the CECAFA region. Tanzania's Twiga Stars lifted the trophy after a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Kenya's Harambee Starlets at the Azam Complex.
Sasa hatua iliyofuata, kikombe wakaja kukichukua Kenya, wakifungwa bao 1-0 kwa bao la kujifunga la Enes Mango.
July turned up the heat in Karatu, Tanzania, with the Three Nations Pre-Chan tournament. High-intensity encounters, vital match exposure, and stronger regional ties provided the perfect build-up to the Pamoja Chan Continental Stage as Tanzania edged invited guest Senegal 2-1.
Kwenye nafasi tena yuko ndani, anajiweka, anaweka Ibrahim Abdullah Baka.
Come September, Nairobi became the heartbeat of elite women's football, hosting the CAF Women's Champions League CECAFA qualifiers. JKT Queens once again rose to the occasion, edging Rwandi's side Rayon Sports Women's Football Club to earn the region's ticket to the CAF Women's Champions League.
Limefanyika jambo. JKT kwa mara ya pili inawakilisha ukanda wa CECAFA kwenye michuano klabu bingwa Afrika ya kinadada rasmi. JKT mabingwa wa CECAFA kinadada.
Running alongside it, the Betika-sponsored CECAFA Kagame Cup delivered drama, fierce rivalries, and unforgettable moments, with Singida Black Stars emerging champions.
Chama! Hey, Chama! What a goal, Chama! Singida Black Stars ndio mabingwa wapya wa CECAFA Kagame Cup 2025.
November was all about the future. Ethiopia through Addis Ababa and Dire Dawa hosted the CAF Under-17 AFCON qualifiers, where Tanzania, Ethiopia and Uganda booked their places at the Under-17 AFCON 2026. The year closed on a high in Uganda, where St. Mary's Stadium Chitende and Fufa Stadium Kadiba hosted the CAF African Schools Football Championship CECAFA qualifiers, a true festival of grassroots football and raw potential. Uganda claimed the boys' title, while Tanzania were crowned champions in the girls' category. But 2025 was bigger than tournaments. In March, Nairobi hosted a technical study group workshop that brought together CAF A and CAF B licensed coaches from 8 member associations, sharpening technical knowledge and raising coaching standards. April followed with a CAF Media Officers Workshop uniting 25 media professionals from a record 11 associations to elevate football storytelling, coverage, and communication. Safeguarding remained non-negotiable. Across all CECAFA tournaments, workshops were held for young players, referees, and technical benches, strengthening awareness around player welfare, child protection, ethics, integrity, and safer football environments. And in December, on the sidelines of the CAF African Schools Championship, CAF rolled out capacity building programs for young coaches, referees, doctors, and reporters, investing directly in the next generation of football professionals. These efforts were reinforced by road safety awareness initiatives and solar energy startup workshops, extending CECAFA's impact far beyond the pitch. 2025 wasn't just a season on the calendar, it was a year of building people, empowering communities, and shaping the future of football together.
Thank you. Now we shall go to presentation and adoption of CECAFA activities and competition calendar for 2026. I'm going to ask President Paulus to present.
Good morning again. So here is CECAFA 2026 activities calendar for competitions as well as workshops. So this activity calendar outlines the proposed CECAFA competitions and capacity building workshops for the year 2026. The calendar is presented for the information and consideration of the CECAFA Ordinary Elective General Assembly delegates. Only CECAFA competitions and workshops are included. FIFA men's and women's international windows are excluded. So the first part is CECAFA competitions 2026. These are the proposed competitions. Number 1, CECAFA Under 17 Girls Championship. Date 30 May up to 14 June. Second, CECAFA Beach Soccer Championship. 1st July up to 5th July. CECAFA Kagame Cup, 18 August up to 9 August. 18 July up to 9 August. The fourth one is CAF Women's Champions League, CECAFA qualifiers, 22nd August up to 6th September. Fifth one, African School Football Championship, CECAFA qualifiers, from 12th August up to 15 August. The seventh competition is Under 17 AFCON CECAFA qualifiers, 14 up to 29 October. The last one, 80s, Under 20 AFCON CECAFA qualifiers, starting 19th September to up to 10th October. So CECAFA is planning 8 competitions. The second part is the CECAFA workshops and capacity building programs for 2026. So most of them focused on this capacity building is, or they are going to relate with the coming AFCON to be held in our zone, Kenya, Uganda, as well as Tanzania. So the first one is Hospitality and Guest Management course, 28 up to 30 April. Second, Security Officers Workshop, 21 up to 23 May. Third, Referee Instructors course, from 25 up to 29 May. Fourth, Women Football Club Administrators course, from 26 up to 30 June. The fifth one is Medical Workshop, from 14th July up to 17th July. Sixth is VAR course, from 14 to 18 September. And the last one is non-FIFA referee workshop, 9 up to 13 November. So these are the activities calendar for competitions and workshops to be approved by the General Assembly. Thank you.
Merci. Donc, comme le président Paulos vient de nous présenter le calendrier des différentes compétitions, vous voyez qu'il n'y a pas de pays qui vont abriter ces compétitions. Donc, nous demandons à chaque fédération qui est disponible d'abriter l'une des compétitions. Bientôt, nous allons vous envoyer des correspondances et prière nous aider et accepter d'abriter ces compétitions parce que c'est nos compétitions. Donc, chaque association membre est priée de faire quelque chose pour que ces compétitions se déroulent dans de bonnes conditions. Donc, songez à cela. D'ici la semaine prochaine, les correspondances vous seront envoyées. Merci.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the presentation. I have a concern regarding competition calendar. As you know, most of the competitions that we have is AFCON qualifiers. So this AFCON qualifiers competition has to be held the calendar, considering the calendar of CAF. For example, the AFCON under-17 that was held in Addis Ababa was finished in between November up to early December. Imagine then the AFCON qualifier match is going to be in April. So in between those days, we are on a break. So it's going to be difficult for having a competent national team for our zones. Therefore, like other zones, we need to make our calendar near to the AFCON qualifiers competition time. So, as you can see, some zones, they are still in competition, okay? The reason why I'm asking this is going directly from international competitive games for AFCON will be very much important for national teams. And the other issue is the MRI issue. When we are when the competition is approaching and where we are doing our MRI, the eligibility issue couldn't be an issue when the time is approaching with AFCON calendar. So imagine we had our competition in December and the AFCON tournament is going to be in April. So let us see the calendar time to be at least closer to the AFCON. This is what I want to say. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Je pense que concernant ce calendrier, nous nous sommes basés effectivement sur les différentes compétitions de la CAF et de la FIFA. C'est pour cela que si ce sont les équipes, les compétitions de moins de 17 ans ou de 20 ans, je pense que ça ne peut pas être un problème, d'autant plus que les autres équipes nationales, les seniors surtout avec les préliminaires qui commencent au mois de mars, les différentes compétitions peuvent se jouer parce que les petits et les grands, les dates ne sont pas les mêmes.
Okay, thank you. Again, this was sent out to the member associations in time, and we didn't receive any comments from any of the member associations on the floor. But again, as the Secretariat, we always working to ensure that our member associations are comfortable, so that we shall do just that in regards to this calendar. So, in terms of the approval, can I see those who are approving to show their cards? Thank you very much. Okay, again, we finish with item T before we come back to item O. So in any other business, I'm going to ask the presenter for the Caterpillar, please come and present. Presenter.
Les sponsoriseurs là sont priés de venir ici pour présenter leur.
Hi everyone. So first of all, we would like to thank the CECAFA for the invitation here, and especially the President of Djibouti Federation for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here in the region. So as Carapo, we are a company that we do a lot of work with federations and teams in the region. And the reason why we're here is to talk to leagues, federation about what we can do, what we can help the region in terms of development of the players, the youth, the women. We have a lot of league-wide deals that we signed with other federations in other regions like Asia, Europe, or the US. So the idea here is to have an ecosystem for the region that we can develop the youth to the grassroots, to the first teams, to the leagues, and to have an ecosystem for all the federation. So we are here if you have any questions for us in terms of development for the youth or for the league, especially that now the future is the data. So we are here to provide the data for the players and then for the next generation. And thank you very much for the invitation today.
Good morning.
Hello.
Thank you for giving us time to speak with you today. I'm representing a company called Capture. Capture is based in Paris, but we have our regional office in Togo. Capture provides live production solutions, so many of you will have come across us at CAF international matches, FIFA international matches. And increasingly, our project for the next 2 to 3 years will be to develop more domestic live production services within countries across Africa. And so I hope to meet with several of you over the next few hours and talk a little bit further about what we can offer internationally and domestically. So thank you.
Okay, now we are going to continue back to item O. I'll hand over to the President.
Ok, merci. Maintenant, nous arrivons dans un moment crucial qui sont les élections. Avant d'entamer ces élections, j'avais quelque chose à dire. D'abord, pour sauvegarder notre unité et intégrité de la CECAFA, pour sauvegarder aussi la solidarité de notre zone, pour rester toujours modèle, à mon âme et conscience, j'ai pris la décision de retirer ma candidature et donner la chance aux autres pour continuer à bâtir notre zone afin de pousser de loin notre football. Toutefois, je reste disponible pour toujours travailler en commun accord avec mon prédécesseur, mon expérience, mes conseils seront toujours nécessaires et je suis toujours disponible. Merci beaucoup. Maintenant, nous pouvons commencer le procédure électoral.
Okay, we proceed to item O. So I'm going to read for the member associations.
Thank you so much, President. Dear presidents of federations who are here, and colleagues in football, before we proceed with the next item, allow me also make a few comments as a member association, but also as a candidate, if I'm allowed to proceed. First and foremost, to some of us, CECAFA is our World Cup, is our Africa Cup of Nations, because we don't get so many opportunities to compete at the highest level, at all levels. It is also true that in terms of football as a region, we are struggling to compete with the Southern Africa, with the North and West, because we have spent a lot of time doing a lot of politics instead of doing football. As we speak in the zone, there are only 3 or 4 countries that are doing the hosting of the competitions. The rest of the members participate, and others actually don't participate at all. We can come in front of the camera, we can come in front of the regulations, but football development is real. When you go on the pitch, it will be 90 minutes against players that are coming from zones that are playing football. Some of us, the countries we come from, we are measured by football, how much football you're playing, how your national teams and clubs are performing. So it becomes a challenge that as a zone, we get to a point.
Sorry, President. Sorry, President, excuse me. So I want to know, are you still competing, or because if you will go to the vote, I think as the law says you can't, because you can say you are doing the campaign and it's not allowed.
Mr. President, in the interest of unity, in the interest of going forward, you would have allowed me to make my submission. I'm not going to take a lot of time. And this is for the benefit of football. And I'll take the next few minutes and get to the point. As I conclude, I think it is very important that as a zone, we remember that the people we are representing who are not inside this room are actually looking at results of football and how our teams participate. But if that's not the objective, then we lose the focus and we are not talking to the people. Let me get to the question you're asking. When we were in Sudan, when we were in Juba, and I was a candidate, and we were in a situation like this, because we are 11 members, and we have very few members, and elections divide people. I decided to withdraw, and I had my brother Carrier continue unopposed as a member of the executive committee. When we come here, we have a situation that we are 3 candidates. Burundi decides to withdraw, we remain 2 candidates, and we have to divide our brothers to decide where to choose. For me, the choice would have been automatic, but by the mere fact that we are continuing to the ballot, I will choose not to continue with this election, because elections divide people. And at the end of the day, if you asked me, football should always win. In this situation, I see politics winning, but that's the choice as a zone that we make. So on that note, I want to conclude by saying that once again, for the good of football, I could win this election, but putting our brothers, and many have spoken to me this morning, to test, because we are all members, they are all our friends, simply because of elections, I will choose not to continue. However, as I conclude, there's a very big challenge that the president who is going to be declared unopposed according to the statutes, the same statutes, cannot perform. And we'll come to that point. Thank you so much.
Merci beaucoup, cher Président. Je pense que je peux conclure avant de procéder aux élections. La décision qui a été prise par moi et par vous-même, c'est une décision qui honore notre zone. Je l'avais déjà dit, c'était pour sauvegarder notre unité, pour sauvegarder notre intégrité. Mais toujours, restons unis, restons ensemble pour construire notre football dans la zone. Jen, you can continue.
Okay, thank you. So we are still on item I. I'm going to read for the positions of Vice President and members of the Executive Committee of the zone are declared unopposed per Article 1310 of the CECAFA statutes. The number of candidates corresponds to the number of members to be elected. Therefore, they are declared ex officio. And in light with President Alexandra and President Magogo withdrawing, still it leaves President Paulos declared ex officio.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to the winners as the new executive. But again, as we conclude this particular provision, the General Secretary is reading that they have been elected, all of them ex officio, meaning they cannot take decisions on behalf of the executive. And those are the statutes.
Come again. I didn't understand very well.
Hello? Mr. President, that's what I mentioned in my submission, that we have a huge challenge with these statutes. Because as the General Secretary was reading, if you read Article 10 again, which is being used to declare the winners, all of them in the entire executive winners, it says that they are elected ex officio. Legally, ex officio means that you don't have executive decisions that you can take. You can ask for interpretation. But these are the statutes. We can proceed. Thank you, President.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Je pense que, comme la directrice exécutive vient de le dire, c'est vous, l'Assemblée générale votante, qui va approuver ou bien voter par acclamation parce qu'il est candidat unique pour le moment. Donc, nous vous prions de passer à la vote. Inutile d'aller aux urnes avec les votes secrets comme il est candidat unique.
Okay, I declare the winners, so I disregard my previous statement. I declare, and I will read the new composition. So we have President Paulos, President Fabrice on the Executive Committee and President Francis Amin on the Executive Committee. Okay, thank you so much. So with this, we are going to move on to the next agenda items. And this is the closing remarks. We shall start with the closing remarks of
Alors, pour les différents postes, nous allons procéder un par poste, en commençant par le président de la CECAFA. Je vous prie, en tant que délégué, de vous prononcer sur le poste du président de la CECAFA, au nom de Paulos. Vous pouvez voter par acclamation, comme je l'avais dit. Nous poursuivons avec le vice-président.
okay, and the vice president as well was unopposed. President Ali. We're going to proceed now to the closing remarks per item U on our agenda, and we are going to We are going to start with the closing remarks from the FIFA Council member. Okay, I've been advised to read again the composition of the executive committee. So I'll start with the president from Eritrea. I'm going to just read the member association name. So president from Eritrea, vice president from Somalia, and then the executive committee. South Sudan. Is it okay for them? Okay.
Avec les membres du comité exécutif de la CECAFA, il y a le Sud-Soudanais. Vous êtes pour lui? Si oui, par acclamation, parce que Fabrice from Rwanda. There is also Madame Doris pour le football féminin.
Okay, we go to the FIFA Council member to give the closing remarks before we move on to the closing remarks of the CAF Vice President, and then we shall then receive from the President. So if we can have
Avant tout, je voulais féliciter mon successeur, président Paulos. Quand même, il fut mon vice-président. C'est un honneur pour moi. Alors, je lui prie de prendre quelques minutes en tant que nouveau président pour s'adresser à l'Assemblée générale.
First of all, just I want to say thank you for all members of CECAFA, as well as I really appreciate for President Alexander as well as President Magogo. So allow me to speak small. So I have to clarify myself with all my ambition or my vision. Okay, distinguished FIFA guests, distinguished CECAFA, distinguished zonal presidents, CECAFA member association presidents, general secretaries, delegates and friends. It is an honor to stand before you as a president of CECAFA. CECAFA is not just an organization, it is a proud legacy founded in 1927 and one of the oldest football institutions in Africa. Our history shows that the potential of East and Central African football, and it is our responsibility to ensure CECAFA continues to grow, modernize, and serve every member association equally. As a coach, allow me to express sincere appreciation to the Djiboutian Football Federation for their warm hospitality and excellent organization in hosting this General Assembly. I commend the leadership of Federation and the people of Djibouti from the professionalism, commitment, and dedication to the football in our region. Your efforts have created an environment of unity, dialogue, cooperation. Truly reflects the spirit of value of CECAFA. We thank for your outstanding contribution to make this assembly successful. My priority is unity. Of course, we may see that there are certain divisions, but my priority is to work or to unite CECAFA again. It will establish CECAFA president and general secretaries, promote rotational hosting of meetings and competitions, and ensure equal respect for all members, big or small. Sometimes we may think that some federations are small, but their ambition is big. I pledged that no member association will be left behind. because CECAFA succeeds only when we succeed together. I will restore CECAFA financial credibility through immediate audit, debt restructuring, strict cost control, and performance-based budgeting. We will allow expense revenue through sponsorship, broadcasting, CAF and FIFA projects and events. My promise is clear: financial discipline with sustainable growth. CECAFA deserves a competent and dedicated secretariat. Staff will be recruited on merit, trained continuously, and held accountable for under strict ethical and transparent standards. Professionalism will take precedence over any other politics, ensuring that every initiative is delivering effectively and efficiently. We will organize regular and structured competitions for men, women, youth clubs, futsal, beach soccer, etc., aligning with CAF pathways as well as with FIFA. These competitions will provide exposure and opportunity, fostering the growth of football across the region. More matches will meet, more development, more exposure, and strong football. And I want to ensure that, yes, I accept that the recommendation made by member associations, we are going to participate. For sure, we are going to participate. So, this is all I have. Thank you. Again, thank you.
Merci, cher Président. Maintenant, nous allons passer au discours de notre frère. C'est mieux si nous passons par le vice-président de la CAF et puis Gelson pour en faire clôturer.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everybody. Your Excellency President, the new President of CAF, Excellency President of Federation of Djibouti, my dear brother Hassan, distinguished delegates, my colleagues from ESCO committee, my friend from FIFA, Gelson, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, and all friends of football, it's a great pleasure and honor to be here within Djibouti. Allow me first to thanks to the Council of the East and Central Africa Football, CECAFA, for the kind invitation and for the warm welcome, and of behalf of the President of Confederation of African Football, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, our leader. CECAFA has long been to become of commitment and passion for our game, and I am grateful to join you in this important gathering. On behalf of CAF and the President of CAF, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, and a personal of CAF Vice President, I offer my sincere congratulations to CECAFA for the excellent work it has been conducting across the region. Your program, competition, and development initiative are proof of what focus, leadership, and collective effort can achieve well done. I would also like to congratulate the nation of this region on the responsibility and opportunity they carry with the upcoming African Cup of Nations 2027. Hosting AFCON in CECAFA region countries is both its honor and strategic for our continent. It is an opportunity to showcase the talent, hospitality, and organization capacity of East and Central Africa, the whole of Africa, and the world. I have every confidence that the working together with CAF and CECAFA, this edition to be the success and the lasting legacy for the people and the game. Let me be clear, CECAFA is a vital region for CAF. Your geographic, cultural, and sporting contribution strengthen African football as a whole. The progress made here fuels our collective ambition on the continental level, from grassroots to elite competition, and reinforcing CAF's mission to develop football sustainable across every nation in Africa. I'm here in principle to listen. We are here, CAF, to listen and learn. My proposal is attending this meeting is to directly from you so that I may carry your concern, your proposal, and your inspiration back to CAF. Open that dialogue between CECAFA and CAF is essential. Your voice must be heard clear in the discussion that shape African football in the future. As a chairman of the CAF Youth Committee, I wish to emphasize the critical importance of youth development and age group competition. Invest in academy, what we see yesterday also. Congratulations for the Djibouti Federation and my brother Hassan for what we see yesterday. Invest in the coaching, education, refereeing, and youth level, and infrastructure for young players is not optional, is a fundamental. Africa's youth are the engine of our football renaissance. The excitement the world felt at Morocco exceptional winning FIFA World Cup under 20 is a clear sign that global attention is on African talent. We must therefore create a structure that allow our young players to develop, compete, and thrive at home. To all CECAFA members assembled here, we are more than colleagues. We are family. The family of football is bound by shared values, respect, solidarity, and purpose. Let them sense of unity guide our decision and our work. We are also mindful of the CECAFA elections. The new president of CECAFA and his team, on behalf of the president of CAF and all my colleague members of ESCO committee, we wish success, great responsibility, transparency, and let's get to work. Finally, in my dual capacity of CAF Vice President and as Chairman of the CAF Youth Committee, I reiterate my availability and readiness to support the CECAFA region. Do not hesitate to call upon me, and I'm here to assist where possibility to the work alongside you to convert plans into concrete impact. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Good morning everyone. Bonjour à tous. Je vais prendre un petit instant pour remercier le président de la Fédération djiboutienne de football pour son accueil chaleureux, mon grand frère Souleymane Ouaberi. Je pense que tous les membres ici présents ont pu remarquer à quel point tu avais à cœur de bien nous accueillir. Thank you, President, for your hospitality. I would like to thank all the FIFA Council members present, my big brother Ahmed Yahya and Colonel Jibrila, who came all the way. I would like to thank CAF Vice President as well for his presence, Mr. Sidat, all the President of the Zonal Union, Ibrahim Gousso here, Lamine also present, and it's special to be here because we have more than 20 member association, naturally all the CECAFA member association, but also President of Federation from Cote d'Ivoire, from Cameroon, from Botswana, and from Malawi. This shows something. Shows that we are together, that this region is special, that this region means something for African football. And after this beautiful African Cup of Nations, after everything that we heard, all the people trying to divide us, this is a great example. This shows that you people here in this room care about African football and care certainly about what we do, which is youth development. I'm not talking on my behalf, I'm talking on behalf of FIFA President and FIFA General Secretary, who pass them regards, who knows this region is important from a football perspective, development perspective. They, since the beginning, FIFA President believed in the zone. He invested in the zone, which was never the case before, made sure that you have everything available for you to be able to do development within your region. He's with you. He's not just with CECAFA, he's with African football as a brother. I think he's even more African than myself. And certainly I will send him the report of the General Assembly and the 2 days here. But he sends his big regards as well as our General Secretary. This said, I would like to congratulate the new elected president, Paulos from Eritrea. And I would like to give you a message. We will stand with you as FIFA to support CAF and the region, but we also expect commitment, engagement, hard work, and we need the ball to roll from everybody. And that's a clear message that I've got. I would like to thank as well President Muyenge, who I think showed a lot of class, a lot of humility, what he represents. Last week he inaugurated his new national stadium, international stadium. I hope that he will host some competitions there. And my brother Magogo, President Magogo, you know what I think about your work. You know what I've seen in Uganda, what we have seen at the World Cup Under-17 as well, representing the zone. I think you should be proud of that and keep going for that. You love football, the region love Uganda, they love you certainly, and we need to stay united as we are. Finally, I will come back to your responsibilities because the zones are for development, the zones are for coaching education, for referee, for the youth, for girls and boys. And the AFCON is coming here in your region. It's not the AFCON of Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya, even though these three will be under pressure. It's the African Cup of Nations of Eastern Africa and the whole Africa. Let's stay together, guys. We need to stay together because the world is divided. The world of football should never be divided. We need to stick together. We will have periods which are less beautiful. We will have beautiful periods, that's for sure. Mais je pense que si nous restons ensemble, c'est difficile pour les gens de dehors de venir toucher à notre grande famille du football. Et nous, seulement unis, nous pouvons réaliser de belles choses. De ma part, de la part du staff de la FIFA, de la part de l'administration, de la part des membres du conseil qui sont ici et du top management, nous serons avec la CECAFA. We will be together with you. This I can promise you. Thank you very much. Salam alaikum.
Merci beaucoup aux différents conseils qui viennent d'être adressés par nos frères. En conclusion ou en clôturant, je vous souhaite encore une fois bonne journée et au nouveau président une réussite totale. Ensemble, nous irons loin. Il y a un musicien qui chantait « Le football, c'est pas la guerre, le football, c'est le savoir-faire. » Ensemble, nous vaincrons. Merci beaucoup. Mais en clôturant, une minute encore de prière pour remercier le Tout-Puissant de tout ce qui vient de se passer, car tout s'est passé dans un climat de confiance, un climat d'amitié. Une minute. Amen. Une photo de famille.
Hello. Kindly, we are going to have a photo moment here. Photo moment. Yes, right in front here. Let's have all our photo moment for the delegates who are here, and then later we shall have a photo moment for the new executive committee members only. Let's try to the TV. All the delegates, kindly, let's try to make this exercise a bit faster. Kindly. Our guests from the other zones, Wafu A, Wafu B, CECAFA. The FIFA team, kindly. We don't want you to miss this. Bwana Davis, please. President Amin, kindly. President Mutassim. The General Secretaries as well, please join. The General Secretaries, South Sudan, Burundi. The photographers, Is this the best? Kindly let us know if this is the best. Mr. Musonyi, kindly join that picture. Please. Bonnie, you like to miss pictures this time, no? Our presidents need to smile a bit. Okay, thank you very much. Now we shall have a picture for the new executive committee only. And then after that, we shall have a press conference with the new. Kindly, for the members who don't have their passports, the passports are right here. The passports are right here. The new executive committee, kindly. The new executive committee. Thank you very much, President Waberi. The new executive committee members, kindly, it's your photo moment. I know. We are all the same. We are brothers. Tell her when you see her. Apologies. Apologies, my dear. I was telling him that.
I'm happy.
No. It's not about this. Really hurts me. No, I can assure you I slept badly. I can assure you that. The new executive committee members, kindly. President-elect Sandhya, we need the new executive committee only for the picture. President Paulos, we are going to have a press conference, me and here immediately after. Yeah. Yes, you can. Isn't it better you sit or stand? Isn't it better to stand? Okay. Okay, I think here is better. Okay, the newly elected. Okay. Yeah, here it's better. They'll stand here. Here is better, so that you capture.